The state is essentially relying on an argument under Act 3 that this is a case worthy of extremely high cash bail. I would suggest in the amount of $2 million. This defendant is obviously, from the complaint, you can see alleged to have committed one of the most horrific sexual assaults in recent memory here in Dane County. What's more horrific, or perhaps more aggravated about this case than most cases, including some homicides, is the sheer randomness in which it occurred. What we've learned in the course of the last 72 hours, maybe a little bit more, is that this defendant was simply driving down the street and saw the victim, had no prior interaction or contact with the victim, and spontaneously decided to pull his car over, much of this occurring on camera, follow her from some distance around the downtown area, and then attack her. This was a brutal attack. The victim broke her jaw. The victim had broken teeth. The victim was in and out of consciousness, still in very serious condition at the hospital, largely unable to communicate. And sadly, this was also a pretty vicious rape. The defendant stayed on scene, covered in blood, told people his name, his first name only, and pretended to be someone who was helping the victim. Before police arrived, he did run off. So for a course of a couple of days, police obviously scoured the city for video, finding video eventually of the defendant's car driving in certain areas, which matched up to a traffic stop that occurred and was recorded by body camera. And all in all, it was conclusive that it was the defendant. That's been even made more conclusive by the fact that the defendant's DNA was taken, and it has been confirmed that is his DNA on the victim that was recovered in the sexual assault kit. In addition to that, the defendant was interviewed and largely admitted to the vast majority of the allegations here in the criminal complaint. When it comes to the sexual assault, he claimed somewhat of a lack of recollection, or that he might have done it. But I will tell the court that my review of the evidence so far, and especially the biological evidence, it will be conclusively proven that it was him who did the sexual assault. All in all, this is a case in which you have someone who's going to likely spend the remainder of their life in the state prison system.